India is home to some of the most mysterious places in the world, where the line between reality and legend often blurs. Imagine exploring Bangar Fort in Rajasthan, a place so haunted that people avoid it after sunset, or visiting Roopkund Lake in the Himalayas, where hundreds of ancient skeletons lie eerily preserved. There's also the village of Shani Shingnapur in Maharashtra, where houses have no doors, yet crime is almost non-existent. These places, along with many others like the Magnetic Hill in Ladakh, where cars seemingly roll uphill on their own, continue to baffle and fascinate everyone who visits, making India a land full of wonders waiting to be explored. In this video we are going to know about the mystery of Roopkund Lake. Before that, newly watching people, please do subscribe. Roopkund Lake, also known as Skeleton Lake, is a place that defies imagination, a haunting enigma nestled high in the Himalayas at an altitude of over 16,000 feet. The lake itself is relatively small, just a shallow pool of water fed by melting glaciers, yet it has captured the curiosity of adventurers, scientists, and historians alike for decades. What sets Roopkund Lake apart from any other high-altitude glacial lake is the chilling discovery that lies beneath its icy waters: hundreds of ancient human skeletons. Imagine yourself on a trek through the desolate, snow-covered mountains. The air thin and cold, the terrain treacherous and unforgiving. You've heard the legends, but nothing could prepare you for what you're about to see. As you approach the lake, something catches your eye. At first, you think it's just rocks or debris. But as you get closer, a chill runs down your spine. These aren't rocks. They're bones, human bones, scattered around the shores of the lake, some partially submerged, others lying exposed under the harsh Himalayan sun. The sight is surreal, almost otherworldly, as if you've stumbled upon the scene of a forgotten tragedy frozen in time. You ask yourself, who were these people? How did they end up here, in such a remote and desolate place? The questions swirl in your mind, just as they did for the forest ranger who first stumbled upon these skeletal remains in the 1940s. The discovery of these bones sparked a wave of speculation and intrigue. Early theories suggested that the skeletons might belong to Japanese soldiers who had died while attempting to invade British India during World War II. But as scientists began to investigate further, they quickly realized that these bones were far older, dating back to around 850 AD. The scientists proposed that the group had been caught in a sudden and violent hailstorm, with hailstones the size of cricket balls raining down on them with deadly force. Imagine being trapped in such a storm, with nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, as the sky itself turned against you. The very thought sends shivers down your spine. But why were these people here, in such a remote and inhospitable place? The answer to that question remains elusive. Some believe they were part of a religious pilgrimage, journeying to worship at a sacred shrine in the mountains. Others think they may have been travelers or traders, caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then there's the question of the other group of skeletons discovered at the lake, those that did not belong to the local population. Recent DNA analysis has revealed that some of these people were genetically distinct, possibly from the Mediterranean region. This revelation only deepened the mystery. The location of Roopkund Lake, surrounded by steep slopes and towering peaks, made it seem unlikely that such a large group of people could have perished here all at once. So, who were they? Some speculated that they were part of an ancient army, perhaps soldiers caught in a battle that ended in their demise. Others suggested they were pilgrims, journeying to a sacred site when tragedy struck. But the truth, when it was finally uncovered, was even more bizarre and terrifying than anyone could have imagined. As forensic scientists examined the bones more closely, they made a startling discovery: many of the skulls bore deep, round fractures. These injuries were consistent with blows from a blunt object, yet there were no signs of weapons or tools that could have caused such damage. The answer, it seemed, lay in the skies. This has led to new theories and speculation about who these outsiders were and what brought them to the remote Himalayas. Were they explorers, traders, or perhaps even a group of ancient settlers who met a tragic end? The presence of these foreign skeletons only adds to the mystery, complicating the already puzzling story of Roopkund Lake. As you stand by the lake, looking out over the still waters and the scattered bones, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and sadness. This place is not just a natural wonder or a challenging trekker's destination. It's a graveyard, a silent witness to a disaster that unfolded over 1,000 years ago. The skeletons, preserved by the cold, dry air and the freezing temperatures, seem to whisper their story to those who will listen, a story of life, death, and the terrifying power of nature. Yet despite all the scientific advances and the countless hours of research, Roopkund Lake refuses to give up all its secrets. There are still questions that remain unanswered, mysteries that may never be solved. What exactly were these people doing here? Why did they venture into such a remote and dangerous place? And how many more skeletons lie hidden beneath the ice, waiting to be discovered? The allure of Roopkund Lake lies not just in its stunning beauty or its remote location, but in the eerie and science converge, haunting mystery, creating a story that captivates and baffles in equal measure. As more and more people visit the site, drawn by the mystery and the thrill of the unknown, there are growing concerns about the preservation of this unique archaeological treasure. The skeletal remains, once hidden and protected by the ice, are now more exposed than ever, and with each passing year, they are at risk of being damaged or lost forever. Efforts are being made to protect the site, to ensure that future generations can continue to study and learn from this remarkable discovery. But as you stand there, surrounded by the towering peaks of the Himalayas, you can't help but wonder, what if the true story of Roopkund Lake is never fully uncovered? What if its secrets are meant to remain hidden, locked away in the ice and snow, guarded by the mountains themselves? Perhaps that's what makes Roopkund Lake so fascinating, so compelling. It's a mystery that challenges our understanding of history, our ability to piece together the past from the fragments that remain. It's a place that reminds us of the fragility of life, the power of nature, and the enduring mysteries that still lie hidden in the world's most remote corners.